All right. Come one, come all. We have a hell of a night of football going on, guys. We are going to jump right into this OT game. So, we're going to jump right into this and then hopefully go fluently right into the Seahawks Niners game. So, you got Nick's out of the shotgun, Harvey to his right. He just found out they were going to blitz, and they are. Nix keeps his poise, and he's got Sutton for about 11 yards and a first down. Oh man, this game has been great. This game has had pretty much all of it. I mean, a 13-point deficit that Josh Allen had to come out of. You got Knicks coming back to tie the game. You've got turnovers by both teams. I mean, Allen's given up the ball, I think, three, maybe four times. Interceptions, fumbles. It's been a wild one. All right, Knicks out of the shotgun again. Sutton on the top of the screen. Looking to pass. It's Sutton, incomplete. In and out of the hands of Cortland Sutton. All right. Wide receiver screen got absolutely shut down. Yeah, this game is still so far up in the air. We have no idea what's going to be going on with it. All right, third and 11. Nick's out of the shotgun. All right. He's got time. He moves forward. He throws. It's Sutton, but it's incomplete. Wow. The Bills defense holds Nick's Sutton and Harvey, and the Broncos have no choice but to punt here. Fourth and 11, they have to punt. Count on their defense to hold them. Oh, man. That was such a catchable ball by Sutton, man. Oh, that was such a catchable ball by Sutton. All right. Punts away. And he steps away from it, but it goes out of bounds at about the 6 yard line. Maybe, I think, nope, 8 yard line. Wow. Heck of a punt right there. 54-yard punt. Field goal wins the game. Field goal puts team in AFC Championship game. All right, next score wins. Again, for those of you coming in right now, we are just finishing up the overtime possession between Bills and Broncos. Gave it to Cook and he gets no gain on it. Yeah, Allen needs to praise the football gods for taking Mahomes out of the playoffs and giving him a chance at a Super Bowl run. That's what Allen needs to do. Oh man. All right. Game's tied at 30. Next score wins. Bills have his second and 9. Allen out of the shotgun. Cook to his right. He's looking to throw. He's in his end zone. He's getting pressured. He steps up. He's running. and he only gets about 3 yards, maybe 4 yards on the gain. It's going to be third and a long 5. Sorry, they marked him at 5. This is going to be third and a very long 5. Alright, here's a snap. Allen by himself, only pressured by 2. Steps up, throws. Kincaid open for about a 14 or maybe a 12-yard gain, but that is a first down. Only 2 rushers. That's crazy. I've seen just 3, but 2? That's a little weak right there. All right, it was a pickup of 13 yards. Bills are moving a little bit. They're at their own 25 in the I formation. It's a run to Cook on the left side. They're pushing him for a little extra yardage. The pile's still moving. 3-yard gain. Playing through the whistle. All right, 2nd and 7. Oh, looks like a timeout. Timeout by Denver. I need this game to end because I need to tune into my game. Wow, they just pulled up the whole bracket. I didn't realize it was 1 seed versus 6 seed and 2nd seed versus 5th seed on both sides of the bracket. All right, here we go. Allen under center. Fakes handoff. Looking to throw. He's getting pressured. He's stepping up. He shuffs. He flips it to Cook, who goes down at the line of scrimmage. That was a very odd and dangerous play. That was nearly a sack, nearly a fumble, nearly an intercept. That was all over the place there. Cook only gets back to the line of scrimmage, so it's going to be a 3rd and 7. Another 3rd down. Nowhere near field goal range. Need about 30 plus yards, 35 yards to get into field goal range here. All right, out of the shotgun. Allen's looking to throw. He's getting pressured. He just dumps it to screen. Davis gets the first down. Rocked out of bounds after an 8-yard gain. Kincaid got that block. That saved him. Got him the first down. All right, 1st and 10 from their own 36-yard line. Allen's under center, Cook in the backfield. They have 3 tight ends. It's a toss to Cook, and Cook just gets nowhere. Barely gets back to the line to gain. Isn't it supposed to be like, is it below 10 or negative with the wind chill? I think it's like 15-degree night. That game's going to be cold. And you know what's funny? Stafford, below, I want to say it was like below 40 degrees, is 1 for 9. And I don't know if I would rather face the Bears or the Rams. I don't know. Any given week they could win, so it's hard to tell. Out of the shotgun, Allen lets it loose. Oh, and it's low and incomplete. Hardman Jr. He had his hands on it, and he was open. Now they're 2 for 2 for third downs. 3rd and 5 they made it. 3rd and 7 they made it. Now it's a 3rd and 10 at their own 36. Not in field goal range here. Out of the shotgun, Allen takes it. He's looking deep. He's letting it fly, and he's got a man. And it's caught. No, it was ripped away. That's an interception. Macmillan with the rip six or rip INT. That was to Cooks. He had him. No, he does. Cooks have possession when he hits the. So they're talking about it right now. They're saying that it was a Cooks did not have full possession when he hit the ground. He had it for a moment, and then McMillan, they roll over each other. McMillan lands on him, rolls over him, and comes up with the ball. So he's down by contact there, but it doesn't look like Cooks had the possession long enough to determine that it was a simultaneous catch. It's a weird one. 5 turnovers by the Bills. It's interesting. There's a lot of talking going on. Bills called a timeout so he can get an explanation and give the NFL more time to review it. They just keep showing the replay. It's a wild catch, nonetheless. Yeah, I don't know why I said rip six, but it's a rip pick. All right, so they're calling it an INT. McMillan got the INT. Next score wins. Here's Mims. They're at their own 20. I mean, the only benefit, there's no benefit in throwing an INT, but the good thing about this INT versus any other was it was essentially a punt. It was an arm punt. He threw it so far. I mean, it was like a 40-yard, 50-yard pass. So they were able to flip the field. Well, actually, it was like a 40-yard pass. They were able to flip field position by throwing that interception. So bad interception, but at least it wasn't only 10 yards down the field and damn near in field goal range. Oh, they got Tom Brady calling the Seahawks game. Yay. All right, Nix gets it off to Harvey. Harvey makes one heck of a move. He's still up. The 40, the 45, out of bounds at their own 46. Big time play there. Ooh, going 24-yard pickup on just a dump off to the running back. I also just realized I don't have to be quiet tonight. I'm just here alone with my dogs. The kids and the missus are visiting family. All right, out of the shotgun. It's a deep ball. That looks like that looked like interference. No flag. They're letting him play. Good. The crowd's booing like crazy. Crowd is booing like crazy. But really good defense right there. All right, the Seahawks game has not started yet. It was supposed to start at 8 p.m. I think they're doing the anthem right now, or the raising of the 12th flag. Buffalo just called their second timeout. '78 offensive plays by the Bills and 67 or 66 by the Broncos. That's crazy. So much. Been a long game. All right, it's going to be second and 10. Remember, field goal wins the game. All right, out of the shotgun from their own 47, it's second and 10. They only need 12 more yards for a field goal target line. It's a deep pass. Incomplete over the shoulder of Sutton, but it's a flag. They're going to call interference right here. And that sets up the Broncos in field goal range. Oh man, I'm sure it was a good call. They've been letting them play all game. But for this to be the wait, hold on. There's there's flags on the offensive. Oh, both on the defense. Roughing the passer and pass interference. That was 100% roughing the passer, by the way. It wasn't brutal, but it was. The interference, they haven't shown a replay of that. Oh, it sucks to see this game come down to that. Fuck. Okay, here's the pass interference, I will say, is no worse than what they've been playing through. So with how the refs have played this game, I disagree with that call. Was it pass interference? Yes. But with how they've been playing this game and the no calls they've given, that's BS. Knicks just went to go keep it and lost 2.5 yards. Seahawks and Niners have not started yet. So the field goal right now where they're at is 56-yard try. All right, Knicks out of the shotgun. Harvey in the backfield fakes the handoff. He's launching it. He's got a man wide open, incomplete, and a late flag. Are you kidding me? Allen knows. That, I think, was absolutely pass interference. That was on Mims Jr. Yeah, he tackled him without even looking at the ball. He went up, he tackled him. He never looked back at the ball. That's pass interference. He tackled him before the freaking ball touched his hands. First and goal. This game's all but over. Nix takes it, moves into the center of the field, and the kicker comes out. Oh, there's a flag. White's yelling at the ref. The person who committed the pass interference call, which was pass interference, clearly, he just got in the ref's face, started yelling and hollering, and then slams his helmet down into the ground in front of the ref. So that's what the penalty was. It was a 15-yard penalty, but it was enforced half the distance to the goal line. So this is going to be a 24-yard field goal attempt for the win and to go to the AFC Championship game. Timeout Buffalo. Trying to ice the kicker. This has been one hell of a game. You know, Barry, if you believe that there's a script and it's rigged, you can easily say they need to end this game so they can start the Seahawks one. Because think about it. No other time has overtime gone on and the second game of the night gets delayed like this. We are 15 minutes past and kickoff has not even come up yet. I don't even think they've flipped the coin toss. So they need this game to end. So they just end up throwing flags. There were like 3 flags in the entirety of this game, and there's been like 4 or 5 in overtime. Here it is. The snap, the hold, the kick. And it's right down the middle. Never a doubt. Denver wins it in overtime, 33-30. The Bills lose in the playoffs yet again. Josh Allen will never win a Super Bowl. That's just, call it a hot take, call it whatever you want. That's brutal. So close and so far. If so close and so far was a person, it would be Allen. I'm gonna message my group. I just said to my fantasy football group, I said Allen will never win a Super Bowl. Well, there it is. But five five turnovers by the Bills. To be in this game with 5 turnovers 5-1. Wow. So there it is. All right. Just like that, the first team to move on to the AFC Championship game is the Denver Broncos. So the game will be played in Denver next week. All right, and the Seattle game has still not started. We are now 16 minutes past kickoff time. So it's going to be a late night. Hopefully, no overtime. I have work in the morning. I'm doing this for y'all because on my work days, I wake up at 4 a.m. So this game will be over by, I hope, 11, 11:30. But it started late, so it'll probably be over at midnight. So do the math. I'm going to be tired. My picks went to hell, man. All my picks went to hell. Let's see. So my picks went all to shit. So I picked Texans over Steelers. Good. I picked Jaguars over Bills. Not good. I picked Patriots over Chargers. I picked Rams over Panthers. I picked Eagles over Niners and Bears over the Packers. So for the wild card round, I went 4 for 6. And then I did pick the Broncos to win and go into the AFC Championship game. And then I have Seattle in the NFC Championship game. So I haven't even picked a team. Like obviously I picked Seattle. For that game I picked the Bills. Like in my actual pick 'em, I picked Denver to get to the AFC Championship game. But when this game changed everything, like so for the divisional, I was going Bills, um, Seattle, and then I was doing what is it? It's New England against the Texans. I'm going New England, and then Rams, Bears. I don't know. Yeah, I want to say I think Bears. It's gonna be cold. Stafford struggles in the cold. So I think I'm going to pick Bears specifically for the temperature of the game. And then if Seattle wins, it'll be in Seattle. So it could be rain, it could be cold, it could be warm. It's like 45 degrees or something right now at the stadium. So so they're talking about how this is the first playoff game hosted in Seattle with fans in 9 years. No, that's fair. I'll pick because it's Barry's team. You're right. Good. Seattle's office made it a point. If you sell your tickets to opposing fans, your tickets will be revoked. Oh, that's awesome. Doug Baldwin's raising the 12 flag. That's great. Just looking at this game right now, looking at this feels like Seattle. It looks good. Oh, this is great. It's, Barry, like I was telling you, man, it's been a while since, I mean, I say a while. I've been fortunate being a Seahawks fan for 20 years. It's been a good 20 years. But it's the first time in a little while that we've had a team that like is surprising us and it's doing well. All right, so Seattle's getting the ball to start. They must have lost the kick or the toss. Kick is away. It's Shaheed for the return. And he's going! He's going! There's a flag. He takes it all the way, but there's a flag. Please don't be on Seattle. If it holds up, it's a 95-yard return. Don't be blocking the back. Do not be blocking the back. They're still discussing it. Yeah, baby! Yeah! Oh, the penalty was on the kicker. The kicker tried to trip Shaheed. But, I mean, oh, that's fucking dirty. I didn't even realize that. Yeah, baby! That's how you start a game! Alright, extra point try. Snap, hold, kick. And it's good, and just like that, it's 7-0. I gotta update my counter. Yeah! Oh, that's incredible. Hey, it doesn't start better than that, baby. It doesn't start better than that. Oh, man. Woo! That feels great. All right. 13 seconds into the game. He's the only player in the league with a kickoff and a punt return touchdown this season. All right, so the 49ers elected to give Seattle's offense the ball, but they don't know how to give Seattle's offense the ball in that case because now we're giving the ball back to the Niners with a 7-point lead. So I'll take it. Oh, oh no. Horrible kick out of the landing zone. Terrible. So now the Niners are going to get a big help there because the ball's going to be at their own 40 now. That was a great way to start, minus that kickoff. All right, let's go defense. Purdy looking to throw. He's under pressure. He gets absolutely nailed. And it's picked up by Emmett Warren. They're calling it a fumble. Is Oh, they're calling it incomplete pass. It looked like a fumble return for a touchdown. That looks like a fumble. No, the ball was coming forward. I can't be biased, can't be too excited. Whew. Purdy got nailed though. All right, 2nd and 10. Purdy out of the shotgun. Purdy throws. It's a quick throw, and it's bobbled, but he does catch it, and it's only for about a 2.5 yard gain. My wife would have fucking shot me by now. All right, out of the shotgun. Purdy puts McCaffrey in motion. He's looking to pass. He's running out of time. He's running to his right. He's looking to throw, and it's caught by, I think that's Tungus. Tonjes got it. It's a first down. Caught it on the sideline. I am gonna lose my voice. All right, so now it's a 1st and 10. I think they're in Seattle territory. They are. It's at the 49 of Seattle. All right. Purdy under center. Use check in motion. It's a handoff to McCaffrey. McCaffrey up the middle as a big hole. He got 7 yards. Nah, man, it's honestly because of the kids. Cause I like our house. It's a nice size house, but my son's bedroom is like right above where my PC setup is, and it's just not ideal. All right, it's a pitch to Robinson Jr. and he gets hit before the first down marker. It looks like he's going to be short. Should be a 3rd and 1, maybe 3rd and inches. Yep, they're calling it 3rd and 1. 3rd and 1 at the 40. All right, Purdy's lined up under center. McCaffrey in the backfield. Man in motion. Handoff to McCaffrey. McCaffrey gets stuffed. McCaffrey gets stuffed at the line, and it is not going to be a first down. So we're going to see what they do here. It's a 4th and 1, but I don't think they punt it here. They're going to keep the offense out. The middle of that field was just clogged up, man. I can't believe Murphy wasn't held there. That didn't get called. All right, the offense is still out there on a 4th and 1. McCaffrey's going out as a receiver. Purdy's all alone in the backfield under shotgun. Here we go. Oh, there's whistles going on. Wow. Timeout. was granted to Seattle, and the play was like halfway over. So Seattle has a timeout. All right. Let's see if not wasting. Let's see if calling that timeout was good or not. All right. 4th and 1 at the 40.5 yard line. You got Purdy under center, McCaffrey in the backfield. Juszczyk lining up alongside McCaffrey. It's a handoff to Juszczyk. He runs an option, and the Seattle Seahawks defense comes up with the stop. Turnover on downs, and we have a real chance of starting to run away with this game. Getting ahead of myself again, reel it back in, not run away. A touchdown or field goal is still a 2-point or 2-possession game. That's not running away. That's taking a stride. But that was beautiful. Beautifully done, Seattle. Oh man. So far so good. So far so good. Can we get another kickoff return? I want to see Shaheed take it to the house again. All right, so there has been the last like 2 days, there's been a lot of concern with Sam Darnold. Apparently, he suffered on Thursday, or Wednesday or Thursday, he suffered an oblique injury. And if you're like me and you're not very educated, you had to Google what an oblique was. And the oblique apparently runs kind of on like your back, kind of your ribs, kind of attaches to your pelvis. It's like somewhere in this general area. And so you can see when you go to throw a ball how that would all be affected. So apparently he got this injury and he has not thrown a pass in practice since Thursday. So Drew Lock has been getting the first team reps up to this game, Thursday and Friday. So he was spotted, Darnold was spotted, he was seen in warm-ups, throwing the ball around, stretching, moving around, running, throwing, doing some stuff. So hopefully he's good to go. Yes, I Googled an oblique. I don't know what an oblique is. Sounds made up. I was not a medic in the military, okay? So yes, I had to Google what an oblique was. But nonetheless, hopefully Darnold's good to go. If not, if something happens and he needs to be taken out of the game, I personally do have faith in Drew Lock. He's come in big time when Geno Smith was out, and he's been able to win us games. Now, given the fact that we do have a touchdown lead, I do feel a little bit better because as we saw, we only allowed 3 points to San Francisco last week. In our two matchups, San Francisco has only scored 20. Lawrence, Reed, Job, Love, that whole last play that the Niners just tried to do on offense got blown up. All right, here we go. Darnold's under center. Walker in the backfield. It's a handoff to Walker. And Walker just blows through the line and gets tossed forward after a 4-yard gain. And it looks like they're doing hurry up offense here. We're already back in the shotgun with Walker to Darnold's right. They're going to throw. Darnold throws up the middle to Walker. Walker gets a first down and then some. Looks like a 8, maybe a 9-yard gain. And there's chippiness in those piles, man. And they're just running the offense. They're just bringing it. All right, same thing. Darnold's going to be under shotgun. Walker to his right. They're already at the Niners 45. Darnold's looking to throw. He's ripping it. Ooh, and it was to JSN, but it was a little low and a little ahead of him. It could have been picked off. So a short throw. So just ease up a little bit. They were trying to rush, get the Niners off their heel or on their heels. All right. Under center, you got Darnold. Looks like you got Charbonnet and Robbie Oots in the backfield. The pitch to Charbonnet. Oots is lead blocker. Charbonnet's got some room. He's making some moves. And that's a 14-yard gain by Zach Charbonnet with Robbie Oots leading the charge. Hell yeah. So now it's going to be at what, the 30-yard line? Very nicely done. All right, Charbonnet's in the backfield. Darnold's under center. Oots. So it's Darnold, Oots, and then Charbonnet. You got Barner on his right. Cup. I do not see JSN. It's at the 30. Handoff to Charbonnet. He's got some room again. Oh, he kind of slips a little bit, gets 4 yards. When your running back slips and is still getting 4 yards, something good's happening. All right, so this is going to be second and I believe 6. It is. It's second and 6. You got Darnold in the backfield under shotgun. You got JSN lined up to his right. This is an interesting look with Walker and Shaheed out at the receivers. And it's going to be a pass. He's looking for Cup. Cup makes the catch, and he's going to be short of the first down marker by a yard. It's a 5-yard gain, but a very nice quick catch. It's going to be just under a yard shy. It'll be 3rd and 1 at the 21. Yeah, 3rd and 1 at the 21. All right, looks like they're going to run the barnyard, which is their version of the tush push. And Seattle got it. That'll be good for a first down. 1st and 10 at the door of the red zone. All right, 1st and 10 at the 20. You got Darnold out of the shotgun with Walker to his right. JSN in motion to the right side. And there's a flag for a false start. All right. 5-yard penalty. That was on Abe Lucas. All right, so it'll be 1st and 15 from the 25. All right, Darnold is under center. You got Walker in the backfield. It's going to be a handoff to Walker. He's running to the right. He's got some blocking. He's at the 20. He gets down at the 18. Going to be a gain. Probably the 19. It'll be a 6 to 7 yard gain. It'll bring up 2nd and 9. Oh, they're calling it. They marked him a little shorter than I thought. They're calling it a 5-yard gain, so it'll be 2nd and 10. All right. Second and 10. It's really second and 9 from the 19. Darnold under center. You got Oots and then Walker. It's a fake. He's rolling right to throw. He's got Cup, and Cup is thrown out of bounds about a yard and a half shy of the first down. So it'll be third and just under 2. So a little too far, I think, to try to push. All right. For those of you who are here, I appreciate you being here. This is a fun game thus far. So we got third and 1.5. Darnold out of the shotgun, hands it to Charbonnet, and Charbonnet gets absolutely lit behind the line of scrimmage. That was blown up, and it's like a loss of 2. So the field goal team's coming out. Wow. So winners beat Bradford. Charbonnet, I will keep. He had 2 guys trying to pull him down, and Charbonnet never went down. He just got stopped. So you got Jason Myers coming out now for the field goal try. It would be 31-yard attempt for Jason Myers. Snap, the hold, the kick. It is up, and it is good. And Seattle now has a 10-point lead. No worries, Barry. I need a drink, and I don't know what to make. Should I go with alcohol? No, because those kind of made me sick. I might have different alcohol, though. I'll be right back. I'm going to my garage. I think I have different alcohol out here. All right, I'm back. So, I don't want to show where it's made, although I feel like if I just show it, people will know. But it's sake with apple cider. It's a local brewery, and when I was overseas in Japan, I fucking loved sake. I don't like it when it spills all over, but it didn't get on the jersey, and that's the important part. Clean that real quick. We'll have a nice sticky floor. Nobody tell the wife. But yeah, so when I was living in Japan, sake was one of my favorite drinks. I would have that all day long. And I found a local brewery who there was a military guy like myself, lived in Japan, and came back and started brewing his own. And he did a bunch of flavored ones. And this cider sake is really good. All right, kick's underway. It's caught at the 8. And Seattle's just too damn good. Oh, there's fighting. Oh, there's fighting. Oh, there's a lot of fighting. There's going to be flags. That's more than a little scuffle. Okay. No flags. No flags. It was a scuffle, but no flags. So I think they stopped him at about the 28. All right. Yep, at the 28. Purdy in shotgun. He's got McCaffrey to his right. He's got use check in motion out wide right. McCaffrey takes it up the middle, gets tripped up at the line of scrimmage and falls forward for 3. And if you know anything about Saki, it's strong. It's good, but it's strong. All right. 2nd and 7. Purdy out of the shotgun. McCaffrey to his right. McCaffrey in motion. Purdy's looking to throw. It's caught for a first down. That's Tungus, and it's a fumble. Seattle picks it up. Seattle has the fumble recovery. Oh my God! Yes! Belt to ass, Niners. Belt to ass. Oh my God. Barry, I will get that. I promise you, I will get that. I don't want to say too much on stream. Actually, you know what? I, I'll message you on Discord real quick. All right, there. I sent you the message. And I loved Saki, man. Saki was it. I mean, I still love it. I gotta find. Now I got my friends talking shit. They're all telling me that I'm too excited. It's too early. All right. So it's 10-0. 4:15 left in the first quarter. All right. Seattle has great field position right here at the Niners 42. Darnold's under center, Walker in the backfield. Walker picks up the blitz. Darnold's sacked for like a 15-yard loss. What was that? Throw it away. And Darnold's limping. Did Walker pick up the right block? He beat Walker. Walker didn't invest all of his effort into that block. Damn. So now it's 2nd and 20. All right, Darnold out of the shotgun. He's throwing it. And it's Kupp for 19.5 yards. Is this Kupp's breakout game? They're calling it a first down. 20-yard reception. All right. Got JSN doing some weird stuff. Darnold, throw it away. Good. He threw it away. Incomplete. That whatever they did just got blown up. I don't know what that was. All right, got to calm down. It's only the first quarter. All right. 2nd and 10 from the 31.5. Darnold out of the shotgun. Walker to his right. He's looking pass. He steps up. He throws it for the end zone. There's a collision, and that's pass interference on, I believe, the Niners. She, yep, it was target was Rashid Shaheed. That was all right. If that's how they're gonna call it, they need to call it the rest of the game that way. He did get there early, and he bumped Shaheed. So we'll see how they play it the rest of the game. But that is called pass interference. And Seattle has the game 1st and goal at the 8. Darnold under center. Walker in the backfield. Handoff to Walker. Walker he's getting pushed. Gets maybe 3.5. So he's just inside the 5. So it'll be 2nd and goal from the 4.5. All right, here we go. 2nd and goal from the 4.5 yard line. Darnold's under center. Walker in the backfield. Barner's in motion. Fakes the handoff. He's rolling left. He's looking for a pass. He lets it fly. Corner of the end zone. It's JSN. It's a touchdown! It's a touchdown! JSN! JSN! Hell yeah! And just like that, Seattle is up 16-0 in the first quarter. What a throw! What a catch! Oh man! All right, here's the extra point. The snap, the hold, the kick. And it is good. And it is first quarter, it is 17-0. And I'll tell you what, Darnold's obliques not looking too bad. There's so much game to go, though. Oh man, there's so much game left. 3 full quarters still. Oh boy. So here's where my thought process is. The Niners scored 17 points in their first meet against Seattle. Um, in their second meet, they scored 3. So we have held them to 17 or below in 2 games. We have already scored 17. So as long as we just hold them below 17, like we have twice, we've got this. Oh man, this game. All right. This is the largest lead versus the Niners at home since week 8 in 2020. All right. Here's the kickoff. And it's in the end zone. They're going to call it a touchback. The Niners are going to have it at the 35. All right. I'm excited. All right. Purdy under center. Man in motion. McCaffrey in the backfield. He's looking to throw. He screens to McCaffrey. McCaffrey's got a little bit of room. Gets a first down and maybe 12 yards total. 13. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. It is, you've got 80 seconds left in the first quarter. Seattle is up 17 to nothing. Purdy is out of the shotgun. McCaffrey to his right. It's first and 10 at their own 45-yard line. Use check in motion. It's a handoff to McCaffrey. McCaffrey only gets about 2 yards. And it is loud in Seattle. It is loud in Lumen. All right. Out of the shotgun. McCaffrey to Purdy's right. Second and 9. He's looking to throw. He's by himself. He throws it to McCaffrey, who catches it. Gets about 5 yards. He's tackled immediately after the catch. And that'll be the end of the first quarter. We'll have third and 5 to start the second. All right. The end of the first quarter. Seattle 17, Niners 0. All right, I'm gonna do a quick. Here it is. All right. So first quarter, Purdy is 5 for 6 for 37. Darnold is 5 for 7 for 46 and a touchdown. One sack for a loss of 10. CMC is 4 carries for 11 yards. Robinson Jr. is 1 carry for 2. Juszczyk is 1 carry for -3. In one quarter, they have 6 carries for 10 yards for Seattle. Charbonnet is 3 for 17. Walker is 3 for 13. Barner is 1 for 2. That's 7 carries for 32 yards. Receiving for the Niners, Tongus leads 2 for 18. Then McCaffrey 2 for 15. Juwan Jennings 1 for 4. And Pearsall is 0 on 1 target. That's 5 receptions for 37 yards. Then you have the receiving for Seattle. Oh look, Barry, it's the one and the only. It's the missus. You can fight with her now in the chat. You got for Seattle receiving, you have Cooper Kupp leading the charge 3 for 34. Kenneth Walker 1 for 8. JSN 1 for 4, and that's his touchdown reception. You've got for turnovers, you have Tungus 1 fumble lost and Juszczyk 1 fumble not lost, and then nothing. You've got a recovery by Julian Love. And then obviously for the kick returns, we have it went down Rashid Shaheed for 195-yard kick return touchdown. So that is what we have to start off this game. One quarter in, 17-0 Seattle. Oh, you don't fight. Oh, you're trying to play such a innocent role on the internet. All right, 3rd and 5 from Seattle's 49. Purdy's out of the shotgun. McCaffrey's behind him. Nope, McCaffrey moved to his left. All right, Purdy's looking to pass. He's under pressure. He's moving up forward. He gets hit, but he's got a man open. It's Tungus. Wow, Purdy threw that while he was getting hit and falling. That looks like an 8-yard gain. That looked like it was going to be intercepted. It was just floated up there, but there was nobody there except the broken coverage. Wow. Tongus was by himself, man. All right, McCaffrey takes a pitch, and he gets held to about 1.5 yards. Hun, I would show you the game. However, that's illegal, and we don't have the money to go up against the NFL. So, I can't show the game. I have to show what you see. So, I'm sorry it's not exciting to you. Barry does say thank you, though, because I get to be myself and yell tonight. All right, Purdy out of the shotgun. 2nd and 8. He's looking to pass. He dumps it off to McCaffrey, who's making some moves and does get to the first down. Yep, it looks like he does get the first down there, unfortunately. All right, 1st and 10. Oh, what's going on? Got a timeout by the Niners. All right, so we're at Seattle's 29, so they're in field goal range. Are you letting him watch this? Is he saying dad dad now? All right. So let's see what Seattle can do against this. Or this is the closest the Niners have been. Yeah, I know you come home tomorrow. That's fine. It's my game tonight and next weekend. All right. McCaffrey behind Purdy, who's out of the shotgun. Purdy's looking to pass. He's got time. He takes a shot, and it's high and over the head of Jennings. Incomplete. That could be seen as a loaded question there, dear. That is true. I'm going to have to be on here tomorrow for Barry's game. All right, out of the shotgun, Purdy's getting pressured. He throws it away. Incomplete. So we're going to have 3rd and 10. I will be quieter tomorrow. It's the Chicago Bears versus the LA Rams. So I'm not as invested, but I'm showing support to Barry. All right, 3rd and 10 from Seattle's 29. Purdy out of the shotgun. McCaffrey to his right. All right, he's looking to pass. He's got all day long. Throws to McCaffrey. McCaffrey gets. Ooh, is that going to be helmet to helmet? All right, beautiful tackle. He gains 6. It definitely looked head to head. All right, Niners are going for 3 here. It'll be a 40-yard attempt. All right, here's the snap, the hold, the kick. It is up and it is perfect right down the middle. So the Niners put on some points here. So they made it a 2.2 score game now. So Seattle leads by 14 with 12 left in the second quarter. Oh man. So Seattle does end up tightening their grip and holds them to 3. We'll take it. And I just realized we're gonna get a kickoff, but I bet you they just kick it right out of the end zone. They're not gonna let Shaheed try to return again. Barry, our kid bites whoever will let his mouth near them. So our youngest just, and I mean just like the last like 3 days, 2, 3 days, started walking. He's getting like he started at like the 1 to 2 steps or the one step and then the drunken fall, and he's putting together like 3 to 5 step sequences now. But he gets so excited that he just falls. Little, yeah, he absolutely loves his mom. Absolutely loves his mom. But I can get more of the giggles because I'm more of the roughhouser. And I always give my wife anxiety because I'll toss him up and I'll let him roughhouse and I'll let him fall. And she doesn't like that. All right. Like I said, they're probably just going to kick it out of the end zone because they do not want Shaheed to take it back again. So here's the kick. No way they gave Shaheed another chance. They did. Shaheed up the middle. He got to the 37-yard line. All right. Darnold under center. Charbonnet behind him as the back. All right. Darnold hands it off to Charbonnet. Charbonnet takes it to the left side, gets hit about a yard after the line to gain, but gets pushed to about a 2 yard gain there. All right, baby. I love you. I hope you have a good night, and I hope Logan goes to sleep for you. All right, we got Darnold out of shotgun, looking to pass. Dumps it off to Walker, who has to make some moves behind the line, but ends up getting, what, about 6 yards there? So it'll be 3rd and 2. A lot more manageable. All right. 3rd and 2. You got Darnold under center. Charbonnet in the backfield. Shaheed in motion. Here's a snap. Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. He's launching it to Shaheed. Incomplete. All right. Upton Stout with good coverage there. And now it's 4th and 2, and it looks like Seattle's going to bring out the punt unit. All right. Seattle's first punt. And the kick's away. Angled down at the 5 and comes out at the 3. Very nice. Does not get much better than that. I believe they'll have the ball at the 3 yard line. All right. I still can't believe the Broncos beat the Bills, man. That was an insane game too. That was a wild game. No way. No way. So, I don't know how to read these. So, from the Pacific Northwest Seismic Network. So, it's the Pacific Northwest Earthquake Center, essentially. And, sorry, just trying to read this. So, essentially, it created an earthquake when Shaheed ran that touchdown in the beginning. Hold on. There's no way. What just happened? I think somebody in my group chat's trying to fuck with us. Hold on. So apparently there's something blowing up on Twitter right now. Supposedly, Bo Nix is to undergo season-ending surgery on a broken ankle. No way. It's official. Yeah. Ian Rappaport just posted it. Bo Nix, playoffs are over. He's having surgery to repair a broken ankle. Wow, Bo Nix is done for the year. All right, sorry about that. So Tonjes just went for about 15 yards, I think. Sorry, that was like really breaking news. What the hell? So that was actually the longest play of the day for the 49ers, and it was like 14 yards. All right, first and 10 from their own 31. Purdy out of the shotgun. Fakes a handoff. Ball's caught by Tonjes again. Dude, Barry, I'm sorry because I kind of, yeah, I see how that would have gone that way. All right, McCaffrey gets it to the 48-yard line, so it'll be second down and 8. Sorry, I'd be a lot more shocked, but that's crazy. Bo Nix is done for the year. Bo Nix is done for the year. That's damn. All right, 2nd and 8 from their own 49-yard line, so basically midfield. Here's a snap. Throws to McCaffrey. Imanwari pushes him out of bounds at the first down marker. Yeah, pretty much. I would essentially write Denver off next week. Whoever they play, Houston or uh, New England. So it's basically yeah, unless we have a Nick Foles situation. All right, Purdy out of the oh, timeout called by the Niners. 6:03 to go in the second. Yeah, that's a good point. Damn. So Bo Nix is out. That really feels like whoever plays Denver, like whoever wins tomorrow, whether it be New England or the Texans, they basically are in the Super Bowl. That's so unfortunate. I hate that. All right, well, that happened. Remember, so the Niners have this drive. They also get the ball to start the third quarter. So Seattle hasn't done much this quarter, and we've seen way too many comebacks this year. So, dude, I think I might be going Houston over the Pats too. Eh, that's hard, man. Their offense isn't the greatest, and they don't have Nico Collins. Nico's out. God, I can't believe that they resumed Fear Factor, and now Johnny Knoxville's the host of it. That's just cinema. All right, out of the shotgun. Purdy, man in motion. It's a handoff. It's a flea flicker of sorts. It's a screen, and it just gets nowhere. Gains maybe a yard. A lot of activity going there. So Tom Brady just said that that was a lot of effort on that play for 1 yard. You could QB sneak for a yard. All right, 2nd and 9. Handoff to McCaffrey up the middle. and he's getting stopped after a 2.5 yard gain. So it'll be 3rd and 7, maybe 3rd and 6. Yeah, Nico's out. I believe it's a concussion. I could be wrong. I know that he's out, but all right, 3rd and 6. Stop him. He had too much time. Did he get that? Are you kidding me? Ricky Pearsall, that looked like what, 16, 15. Yes! Incomplete pass. Ruling on the field's an incomplete pass. Nice. So this will be 4th and something now. All right, so there we have it. 4th and 6. And it looks like it's going to be another field goal try. Trying to chip at this lead. Seattle needs to put some more points up. This is a 56-yard kick. There is no wind. Pinero's longest this season is 59. The snap, the hold, the kick. It looks good. It is. That was a good kick. All right. Now they're down by 11. The Niners are chipping away. Hey, they've already scored double what they did last time we played. So I'm also seeing news. Yeah, there it is. The NFL just released breaking news. Broncos QB Bo Nix suffered a broken ankle in Saturday's win over Buffalo and will miss the rest of the postseason. And there's also news about tomorrow. Barry, this will be an interesting one. Pats versus Texans game is looking like a snow bowl. There is a wide area showing 6 to 12 inches of snow from Connecticut to Foxborough. Damn. It'll be a snowy one tomorrow. This has been a crazy game thus far. I'm still I'm still so upset about that Bo Nix injury. I like Nix, man. Yeah, they're playing in New England. Nico's out, and now it's a snow bowl, and it's Houston. It'll be cold, and Texans. Yeah, I'm going. I'm going. Pats as well. How is Houston? I know Houston's defense is damn good. How's their run? I think their run is second. So they've got the second best run defense in the league. That could bode well in a snowball game. But they don't really have a running back, do they? Come on, get back to the game. All right. That 56-yard field goal by Eddie Pinheiro is the longest field goal in 49ers postseason history. Interesting stat. All right. That kick rolls on out to the end zone, the back of the end zone. All right, Seattle. Let's add some points before the half. You got 4.5 minutes. First and 10 from the 20. Darnold's under center. It's a pitch to Walker to the right side. He gets tackled after a gain of 3. All right. Second and 7. There's 4 minutes left. Darnold out of the shotgun. JSN to his left. Walker to his right. All right. It's a handoff to Walker. Walker's trying to bounce. He breaks some tackles and gets belted after a gain of about 6. So it'll be 3rd and 1. But it looks like it's going to be third and a long one. So I don't think they're going to be able to do their tush push or the barnyard. Looks like a long one. It is. It's almost 3rd and 2. All right. Under center. Then you got Oots pitch to Charbonnet. Charbonnet gets hit behind the line. There's a penalty flag. Let's see what that is. And they're saying it's on the Niners. Oh no, Charbonnet's on the ground. Oh no. Charbonnet's holding his knee. Son of a bitch. What's the flag? Holding on the defense. So it'll be a first down. So what happened to Charbonnet? Helmet to helmet. But his knee buckled. Fuck. Dude, she's a military just like I am. We were both Navy. That's where we met. So she dishes it out just as much. Damn, so Charbonnet's hurt. He's laying down. Hopefully it's nothing too bad. We've got 3:01 left. The fact that this commercial break is still going on has me really worried. Quick commercial breaks in this situation means the player gets up quick. When they keep running it, they probably got carted off. No, he's walking. He, he All right. So the drive continues. It would have been 4th and 1, but because of the penalty, it is 1st and 10. 2:45 left. And the new running back is Jones Jr. All right. Fake Shaheed to the right, and he's got a wall. He's got an absolute wall of Seattle Seahawks players. They were too zoomed in. I couldn't see the numbers he was running by. So he's the 40, the 50, the 40, so the 36. He gets down to the 36 of the opposing team. And that is the 2-minute warning. So that was a 30-yard run by Shaheed there. So we are at the Niners' 36-yard line. 2-minute warning. Oh, shit. All right. Welcome in. So it is a 2-minute warning in the second half, second quarter. So almost the end of the first half here. And Seattle is on the move. They just had a 30-yard run by Shaheed. So it's going to be 1st and 10 on San Francisco's 36. So they're in field goal range. We'll see what they do here. Still awaiting an update on Zach Charbonnet. He was injured in about 2 plays ago. He looked like his knee hurt, but then it went from his knee to possibly concussion protocol for the helmet to helmet. So hopefully we can get some points here because the Niners get the ball to start the third quarter. So if we can get some points here, that would be great. All right. From the 36, Darnold's under center. Walker in the backfield. You got Oots also in the backfield now. All right, let's see what they do. Looking to throw. Darnold's running out to the right. Ooh, big hit. D. Winters lights up Oots on the incomplete pass there. All right. A minute 55 to go. It's going to be 2nd and 10. All right, out of the shotgun with Walker to his left. JSN's moving to his right. All right, here's a snap. It's going to be a pass. Rips it over the middle to Shaheed, who was about half a step away from the reception. Oh, that would have been a good catch right there. That would have been about an 18-yard, 20-yard reception. All right. So 3rd and 10. Darnold's by himself in the backfield out of the shotgun. It's a 56-yard field goal attempt from this spot. Darnold's obviously throwing. It's a quick throw. And who is that? That was Jake Bobo. That's only his 3rd catch of the year and gets 16. Or 15, sorry. Way to keep the drive alive on a 3rd and 10. Let's go. A minute and 20 to go, and the clock is still ticking. All right, at the 20-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Darnold's under center. He's got Walker in the backfield. 70 seconds. It's a handoff to Walker. Bounces to the left. He gets leveled at the 11-yard line. Looks like he's going to be down just before the 1st down marker. All right. 2nd and 1. Darnold under center. Walker in the backfield. Clock is still ticking with 40 clicks left to go. It's a handoff to Walker, who goes up the middle, gets another 5 yards. That'll be 1st down. They do use a timeout here. Seattle has 1 timeout remaining with 34 seconds to go. It is 1st and goal. Obviously, Seattle's hoping for a touchdown here. A touchdown here gives you, what would that be? An 18-point lead? No, 24-6. Yeah, 18-point lead. Whereas a field goal gives you a 14. Oop, Charbonnet update. Charbonnet's going back to the locker room. So it is only 36 seconds left in the half. So sending Charbonnet back to go get a little treatment done, a little bit more view now before the halftime is smart. All right, 1st and goal. Darnold under center, hands it off to Walker. Walker bounces to the left, and it is a touchdown! Touchdown, Seattle, with 31 seconds to go in the half. Ken Walker, 6-yard touchdown run, extending Seattle's lead before half. Way to go. Let's do it. So the play was supposed to go to the right, and it got all shut down. So Walker bounced out to the left. And he just puts his shoulder down, and the Niners defender just bounces off of him, and he runs in. All right, the extra point attempt. Here's the kick. And it is good. There's 31 seconds left. All right, 31 seconds left to go in the half. And we're up 18. That feels good, but not great. That was a 10 play, 80-yard drive. Took 4 minutes, 1 second off the clock. Oh yeah, that was the so that 4th and 1. It would have been 4th and 1. It was a 3rd and 1. Niners stopped Seattle, but they had a holding penalty that really hurt them there. All right, here's the kick. What's he doing? He's having him take it out at the 13-yard line. It's caught, and he gets blasted at the 30-yard line. Nowhere to go there. There's 28 seconds left to go in the half. Niners are going to have it at the 30, and there's going to be one timeout left for the Niners. Seattle's looking great, man. This has been like if I think you saw my my predictions of Seattle's schedule before the season started. I had Seattle winning 11 games and being, I think, tied for the first spot in the NFC West, and I said I think it was going to be the Rams to win the NFC West. So, all right, here's Purdy to throw. He just throws it incomplete, intended for McCaffrey, and it was too low. 2nd and 10 with 23 seconds to go in the half. So for me to guess 11 wins, what that would be 11-6, and second in the NFC West. I think I had them like third in the NFC, but now to be 14-3, first seed. This season has been a surprise for me. So I'm very, very happy, but now my hopes are like Super Bowl. All right, Purdy out of the shotgun. He's running forward. He is taking it to run, and he gets tackled. They're going to have to call a timeout here. There's only 13 seconds left. So that was a good scramble by Purdy, I think, for 17 yards. I think they're trying to get into field goal range here. So that's a 5, 10, 15, 18 yard, maybe 19 yard scramble. Good on him, but Seattle's, I wish they had that contained more. We don't want to see them get a field goal here. Dude, I can imagine. That freaking I mean, you like rebuilt that team so quick. McCaffrey looks hurt. He's on the sideline kind of like wheezing in pain. I don't like to see that. All right, Seattle call their final timeout here. So the Niners need, they're saying about 12 yards, but there's 13 seconds left. McCaffrey does look shaken up. They keep showing him on the sideline, and he's like, he's got his pads, he's got his helmet, but his face is just like hard to explain. It looks like he's like wincing, and he's got one of his coaches next to him, kind of like shaking him, moving him, making sure he's like staying warm. I don't know. It's weird. He definitely looks like he's in some sort of pain though. All right, so it's going to be 1st and 10, but the down doesn't really matter. It's the Niners' own 48-yard line, so they're at midfield. They need about 12 yards, is what they're saying for a field goal attempt, but they have nobody has any timeouts. There's 13 seconds. Out of the shotgun, Purdy's throwing it up, and it is. Did he catch it? No, they're saying out of bounds. So it was looking like a possible interception by Witherspoon, but he could not stay in bounds. So it's going to be 7 seconds left. Yeah, dude, I hate seeing injuries. I mean, we just saw obviously Bo Nix is out now. We saw that. I hate that. I hate that Kittle's not in. All right, so it's 7 seconds. What are they calling here? They're calling a Hail Mary, throwing it to the end zone. Incomplete. Wow, that was. All right. Incomplete. That takes us to the half. That was. Man, that they're showing the replay. That Hail Mary, that hovered there. That was scary. That was a lot closer than it should have been. But nonetheless, going into halftime, you have Seattle 24, Niners 6. And again, we're hoping for the best for McCaffrey. We're hoping for the best for Charbonnet. And obviously, we see Bo Nix now out for the season, which unfortunately it feels like it's going to be the end of their line for the Denver Broncos in the AFC Championship. No, Barry, you're definitely right. I think that the Niners would be a lot better matchup, especially after what you guys did to each other. But what's interesting to me, and like everybody always compares, like, oh, well, we beat them, but you didn't, and this, that, and the other thing. So the Niners put up like 30 something points against the Bears, but they haven't even put up 30 points against Seattle in 3 games. So when you put that into perspective, damn. But nonetheless, it is halftime, and everybody here knows what that means. We're going to go and read off some stats here. So, first half stats. You have Brock Purdy, 12 for 19 for 103 yards. He's averaging 5.4 per attempt. He has no sacks, but he has a rating of 77.3. Sam Darnold, 7 for 12 for 68 yards, averaging 5.7 an attempt. He does have the one touchdown, but he was sacked for 10 yards. He has a 102.1 rating. For the Niners rushing, you have McCaffrey, 9 carries, 29 yards. You have Purdy, 1 carry for 18. Brian Robinson Jr., 1 carry for 2 yards. And Kyle Juszczyk, 1 carry for a loss of 3. 12 carries totaling 46 yards. All right. For the Seattle rushing attack, you have Kenneth Walker, 8 carries for 41 yards and a touchdown. Rashid Shaheed, 1 carry for 30 yards. Zach Charbonnet, 5 for 20. And A.J. Barner, 1 for 2. So in total, you have 15 carries for 93 yards, averaging 6.2 an attempt. San Francisco receiving, you have Jake Tungus, 5 receptions on 6 targets, 59 yards. Christian McCaffrey, 5 receptions on 6 targets for 39 yards. Jawan Jennings, 1 reception for 4 yards on 2 targets. Demarcus Robinson, who was the leading receiver, I believe, last week against the Eagles, only has 1 reception for 1 yard. And Ricky Pearsall, 0 receptions on 2 targets. In total, that's 12 receptions for 103. For Seattle, not a lot in the rush or the passing game here for Seattle. You have Kupp leading the charge, 3 receptions for 34 yards. Jake Bobo on 3 targets. Bobo, 1 reception, 1 target for 16. Walker, 2 receptions, 2 targets for 14. JSN, 1 reception on 2 targets for 4 yards and a touchdown. Shaheed, 0 receptions on 2 targets. And Oots, 0 receptions on 1 target. So that is 7 receptions for 68 yards and a TD. Fumbles, you've got 1 fumble by Tungus for a lost fumble, and Kyle Juszczyk also a fumble, not lost. And then for Seattle, you have Julian Love with 1 recovery. Um, Again, really, so QB hits. There's been 2 QB hits on Purdy. both of them by DeMarcus Lawrence. There's been one QB hit on Darnold, and that was the sack by Mustafa. So both QBs are pretty clean in this game, actually. I don't see a lot of. I mean, clearly there's pressure going on, but I don't see a lot of anything else. But 24-6. So, feeling pretty good. Pretty good. Oh, they're talking about his Knicks' ankle right now, unfortunately. Yeah, broke bone and ankle. Man, that's awful to see that. That's absolutely awful to see that. All right. So, like I said, they're kind of just talking right now about the broken ankle to Bo Nix, and so they're saying actually it happened in the second to last play in overtime. Man, let's just not have a Falcons thing happen right now, because that would be oh, that would be something. All right, just checking some stuff real quick. Oh man, this is some game. All right, so JSN, he is your number one receiver in the league, and he's just not really being targeted. He's got two targets, one reception, and he's got a touchdown. But you'd like to see him involved more. However, you've got Cooper Cup, who is actually being targeted more than he usually is. So, yeah, or a Packers thing. Yeah, we definitely don't need a Falcons or Packers epidemic to happen here in the second half. But 24 to 6, so you're up by 18. So that's three possessions. That's what, two touchdowns with extra points and a field goal just to win. So, or two touchdowns with 2 point conversions. That's the math on that. So it's gonna take a lot. So we'll have to see. My father-in-law just reached out to me. He said, "How about them Seahawks?" I said, "They look great. We're halfway there." All right. So, should be the end of halftime here shortly. Ooh, and we got more news. The Falcons plan to hire former Browns coach Kevin Stefanski as their next coach. That's interesting. Kevin Stefanski to the Falcons? All right. All right. San Francisco gets the ball now. So we'll have to see what they do with it. It's going to be an uphill climb for the Niners, obviously. Seattle probably start running a little bit more, even though they really haven't thrown. So we'll have to see if Seattle's defense can stay tight. So you know what's funny, Barry? Let me know if you agree with this. So Brady is not actually that bad at a broadcaster. Like I don't mind hearing him. Better than Romo. Okay, so they're working. So McCaffrey, they're talking about the like I was saying, the injury. It's his left shoulder. He's got pain in his left shoulder. All right, here's the kickoff. It's caught at the 2, and he gets held up at the 27. It is. It is knowledgeable. It's cool to hear those insights. And you know, it's funny. I kind of shot at Tony Romo there, but actually Tony Romo was a really good announcer too. He was the one that literally would call the play and tell everybody what was happening before it would happen, and they got mad at him for it. So, all right. And there's a flag, and Robinson gets tripped up, only gets maybe a yard, but we'll see what that flag is. Hopefully it's not against Seattle. Play clean, guys. Play clean. Okay, they picked it up. No foul on the play. So it'll be 2nd and 9. All right, 2nd and 9. Purdy looking for something. He's under pressure. He's running right, and he throws it out of bounds and away, and it's going to be 3rd and 9. All right, the wife is going to bed. Joe Buck is bad. And who's the other one that glazes Patrick Mahomes all the time? All right, so we got 3rd and 9. Purdy out of the shotgun. Looking to pass. He's under pressure. Oh, and he friggin' Nwosu trips. Oh, you kidding me? Are you kidding me? And Nwosu had the sack, but trips on himself. And Purdy was able to just evade and get to Jennings. Yeah, Collinsworth. Fudge. All right, that was a big 3rd down conversion. All right, pressure again. Running to his right. Running just far back. And Leonard Williams shoves him to the ground. It's incomplete pass. The pressure is getting right to him. Oh, Tungus is limping off the field. The tight end that took over for Kittle. Oh, no. Oh, no, no, no. That's a non-contact injury. Oh, no. Tonjes is out. I think that's it for the game. Are you kidding me? All right, so that's about the best run they've had all game so far. That looked like 7, 8 yards. It'll be 3rd and 2, maybe 3. McCaffrey has not been out on the field yet. James is staying out there. I don't know who James is. All right, Robinson Jr.'s out there. It's not McCaffrey again. So you got Jr. handing it off to Jr. on a 3rd and 3. Seattle's defense tightens up and only gets about a half yard. So it is going to be 4th and 2. And they're keeping the Niners offense out there. All right, 4th and 2. Well, that's a long 2. That's 4th and damn near 3. All right, out of the shotgun. It's snapped. Looking to pass it. He's under pressure. And he gets dropped for a massive loss. Massive loss. That was like a 15-yard loss. And Seattle's going to take over on San Fran's side of the ball, side of the field. 4th down stop. That's big Leonard Williams, the cat, coming in and getting the sack. And that was a loss of, what they mark that as, 14-yard loss on the sack. 14-yard loss on the sack. Wow. And just like that, Seattle's going to have the ball 1st and 10 at the Niners' 42-yard line. Just wow. God, I really don't want to hear all of the frickin' Niners fans. Oh, the injuries caught up to us. Oh, we lost Kittle. Oh, we lost this player. Oh, no. I get it. Injuries suck. But I just hate that as an excuse. It's next man up. Yeah, I'm going to have a sore throat tomorrow. My father-in-law is telling me that if Seattle scores right now, touchdown, I uh I think that's game. So if Seattle scores, that would be 31. They'd be up by 25. Be 3 touchdowns. If they get a touchdown right here, they'd be up by 3 touchdowns. With 12 minutes left in the third, I think that's fair assessment. Oh, that was a beautiful sack by big Leonard Williams, man. All right, out of the shotgun, it's a handoff to Walker, who's running backwards, but you got to go backwards to go forwards, apparently, because he gets 7. I don't know what you're referring to, that's what she said. I'm sure it was funny, but I don't recall. All right. 2nd and 3 from the 35. Walker's in the backfield. Darnold's under center. Barner in the backfield now. Looking to pass. Looking for Barner. Doesn't have him. That's Cup again for the catch. That's another 10 plus yard catch. And it's going to be a 1st and 10. Yeah, that's another 10-yard reception for Cooper Cup. 1st and 10 at the 24. Darnold under center. Man in motion. Arroyo in motion. And it's Walker to the right side. He's got a seam. Ooh, and he gets tripped up after a gain of 8 yards. So Cooper has 4 targets, 4 catches, 45 yards on the day. This man, I don't think, has done more than 3 catches in a game yet this season, but he's making it count now. All right, you got Darnold under center, followed by Oots and Walker. Hands off to Walker up the middle, and should be a first down, might be marked a couple inches shy. Oh no. So McCaffrey has a stinger on the left shoulder. Questionable to return. Tungus has a foot injury. and he's running on the sideline. Non-contact, I thought it was his frickin' Achilles. All right. Inside the red zone, Darnold's looking to pass, and he gets walloped. Hit hard, sacked. Damn near, I think there was like no slowdown. He just came straight through. No, he just shedded the block. Who was that? Sundell, the center. All right, 2nd and 18 from the 22. Last time he took a sack, he threw for 20. Darnold out of the shotgun. Walker moving from left to right. It's a pitch to Walker, and he stutter steps and only gets maybe 5 yards. So it's going to be a long 3rd and 13. Some some smack talk going on between Walker and the Niners defender there. All right, here we go out of the shotgun. Darnold in the backfield by himself. It's going to be a pass. 3rd and 13. Probably going to be it. And he's under pressure. Drops it off to JSN, who's going to get. Come on, push him, guys, push him. Fights his way down after a gain of 11. Gets stopped. So it'll be 4th and 2 at the 7. 4th and 2 at the 7. Does Seattle keep the offense out there? I don't think so. They do not. All right, so they're going for the points. They're going for the field goal. I think that's smart. I want to go for touchdown because even if anything, you give them the ball back at the 7-yard line. Or 6. They're at the 6. 24-yard attempt. The kick is up and good. So Seattle adds to their lead. So we are up by 21. All right, up by 21. All right, 27-26. We are 7 minutes remaining in the third quarter. All right, Seattle. Defense, just stay tight. Don't let anything crazy happen. They're down by 3 touchdowns. '21 feels good, but it's also nervous. Like 21 feels good, but it's still we've seen some crazy comebacks this year. We have seen some craziness this year. Let's go Seattle. All right. 7:07 left in the third. Here's the kickoff. It's high, and it's caught at the 10. Robinson gets it to the 31. So, I mean, this game has been good, and we're up by 21, but we've seen some crazy games this year. So, I'm excited, I'm happy, but I'm still trying to be humble. So, we've got Seattle's defense. They're going to have the ball. There's 7:01 left in the third quarter. Welcome in, everybody. Hope you're enjoying your night. The Niners started with a Purdy throw attempt. He's running, and it is Juszczyk, who, I mean, that dude is a brute. He is a big man. He is a strong man. And it is a reception for 11 yards. It took 3 Seahawks hitting him to knock him down. McCaffrey is now out here. This is going to be his first snap in the half. He missed half of the third quarter to a left shoulder stinger. So we'll see how he performs. I hope he's okay. I don't like injuries, man. I don't like them. All right. Out of the shotgun, it's a fake handoff to McCaffrey. Purdy has all day long. He's finally under pressure. And it's intercepted! Intercepted by Ernest Jones at midfield. And it's just not looking good for the Niners. It's not looking good for them at all. So Purdy throws it. I don't know who number 89 is, but who is that? I don't know. And they're showing Niners fans right now, and you can just see the pain. All right. Just messaging back my father-in-law. I told him if Seattle scores a touchdown here before they got the field goal, that the game would be pretty much over. Said, can't say that. The Bills were losing and managed to take the lead before losing in OT. Said, true, but that was down by 13. We're up 21. Feels pretty good right now. He says, I get that. Let's hope it holds. And then the Niners throw that interception. And I replied back to him, well, that helps. It does indeed help. So this game, I'm not going to say it's about over. I'm not going to say it, but pretty damn good. 7 minutes left in the third. 21-point lead. Seattle just got a turnover. It's feeling pretty good right now. But welcome to everybody. I appreciate you all being here. This has been a fun game. This has been an exciting game. Starting off with a 95-yard kickoff return by Shaheed. Instantly brought me back to the Super Bowl against the Broncos coming out of halftime. Percy Harvin, I think it was 101 yards to the house coming out of half. Instantly brought me back to that moment. Feeling pretty good. It looks like it's going to be Seattle in the NFC Championship game. Barry, you are right. The Bears did score 25 in the fourth last week. So you never do know. However, that's the Bears, and I don't see the Niners doing that in a quarter, but like you said, you never know. We could see a lot of crap happen in a quarter and a half. We've seen a lot of crap happen in a quarter and a half. Injuries, turnovers, freak accidents. So you never know. It still is 3 possessions. So Ernest Jones forced a fumble that led to a touchdown and forced an interception or received an interception, however they call it. But Seattle takes over on the Niners side of the field at the 47-yard line. You've got Walker, no, I don't know who that is. That's the other running back now that Charbonnet might be out. And it's a fake and a throw to JSN who sneaks out of bounds after a reception of 5 yards. I've said it before and I'll say it again. The only team, I know I'm biased. I know I'm biased. Please don't hang me. Don't shoot. But Seattle is the only team I have seen week to week to week improving and getting harder. So, all right. Kenneth Walker hesitates behind the line, cuts right, tries to cut back inside, but slips only for a gain of 1. So it'll be a 3rd and 5 now. So if anything, all Seattle's doing on this drive, if we don't get any points, we're just taking the time away from the Niners to come back. So even if we don't score anything on this drive, you're still winning the drive by taking away the clock. Seattle has 116 rushing yards to the Niners 55. All right, out of the shotgun with Walker to his right. Darnold looking to throw. Walker wide open and he falls. He catches it. That probably would have been a touchdown if it wasn't a little too far ahead of Walker. Beautiful play by Walker to be able to go up and get that. Ooh, Walker would have had one man to beat. He would have had one man to beat there. Nice throw. If he was down a little bit, it would have been great. All right, so at the 28-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Darnold out of the shotgun. Shaheed's in the backfield. They hand it to him. He's going left, but it's going to be loss of 3. Winters has been all over the place. Winters has been very, very good. D. Winters. They called him Lee, so I called him Lee, but his name is D. Winters. All right. All right, so now we're going to have a 2nd and 13 at the 30-yard line. Darnold's by himself in the backfield out of the shotgun. 4 receiver set. They had Niners jump, but they didn't call anything. But they've got a wide open Cooper Kupp who's taken down at the 15 after a 1st down. Man, beautiful, beautiful game. Seattle's doing great. All right. Kupp has 5 catches on 5 targets for 60 yards. We're inside the red zone, 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line. You got Darnold under center. Seattle called the timeout. It looked like they had it. It looked like they called it in time. They called the play, but that's all right. That's all right. 2:28 to go in the 3rd. All right. Let's see what Seattle can do here inside the red zone. All right. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line. You got Walker in the backfield, Darnold under center. So Walker to the left, and he's got room, and he has a diving touchdown. Seattle, Seattle taking control, running away with the game, putting belt to ass to the 49ers. 33-6. And I think it's time to call it. And the extra point is up and good. 34-6. Wow. This is what Seattle needed to do. They needed a big scoring win, get some motivation. One of my buddies just told me that they're only winning because of all the injuries. Fucking bullshit there. I think we lost Barry. Barry left us. All right. This game 34-6 feels pretty damn good. All Seattle. 2:23 to go in the third. All right, returned at the 4 and tripped up at the 31. Who was that? Ty Okada? That looked like Okada. All right. It does not appear that the Niners are going to be able to come back from this deficit. Down by 28. I mean, that's 4 TDs in a quarter and a half. Less than. All right. 2:18 to go in the third. Purdy out of the shotgun. Hands it off to McCaffrey, who gets swallowed behind the line for a loss of 2. And there is fighting going on at the bottom of that pile. Now here's a question. Does Seattle sit their starters in the fourth? Second and 12. Purdy out of the shotgun. Looking to throw. More pressure. He's running and pushed out of bounds after about a 5 yard gain. So it'll be a 3rd and 7 now. Oh, what did I miss? That was a lot longer of a run than I had stated. It's 3rd and 3. It was a 9 yard run they gave him. All right, so it's 3rd and 3. 1:05 to go in the third. Purdy out of the shotgun with McCaffrey to his right. Far side throw, and it's dropped by Jennings. I don't know if that happened too fast, but I have no idea how he dropped that. Hold on, they're showing the replay. Whoa. So Jennings had it, and Woolen just like tapped him, and it just fell out. That was weird. All right, 52 seconds left to go in the third. It's 4th and 3. They have to go for it, even though they're at their own 37.5 yard line. Seattle calls a timeout. That's interesting. That's their second timeout in the third quarter. So they're all just kind of talking about who Seattle's going to be playing next week. I think Chicago wins next week or tomorrow, and then loses next week. All right, 4th and 3, trying to just keep their season alive. Purdy out of the shotgun, under pressure. He stepped out of bounds there. He stepped out of bounds before that throw. Yeah, he stepped out of bounds before he let that go. That's going to be a massive loss of yards as well because he was like 15 yards. Did his left foot go out? They're calling it an incomplete pass. So Seattle will get the ball at the San Francisco 38. But I thought he stepped out of bounds. That looked like his left foot stepped and then he threw it. Oh man, this is a brutal game if you're a Niners fan. I'm sorry if you're a Niners fan. We're right at the end of the third quarter. We're almost there. It's 41 seconds to go. Seattle just needs to run, get this game over with. So they're just showing highlights of Purdy running for his life tonight. All right. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line. Walker in the backfield. Darnold under center. It's a handoff to Walker on the left side. He's got some blocking, breaks a tackle, gets up for a 13-yard gain, another first down. I think the Niners are just done at this point. I think they're winded. I think they're giving up. I think they've all but quit this one. All right. That's the fourth quarter. All right, just eyeing up some stats here. It's really looking. I mean, Seattle's run away with this one at this point. Is Seattle just this good? It's like I'm looking at the score, I'm looking at the stats, and it's just feels too good to be true. I know that the Niners are not a bad team per se, but it just feels weird. I don't know. I do not know. Ugh. All right, 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line. Darnold under center, Walker in the backfield. Arroyo in motion. Handoff to Walker, goes left, goes right, goes center, and gets another 10, 11. He's being carried all the way to the 9, the 10-9 yard line. So it's going to be 1st and goal Seattle after Walker gets pushed another 4 or 5 yards after they stood him up. Yeah, that's 1st and goal. Walker now has 107 rushing yards and 2 TDs on the day. All right, so 1st and goal at the 9.5 yard line. Walker out of the backfield. Darnold under center. Arroyo in motion. It's another handoff to Walker to the right. Doesn't look like a lot of anything there, and he gets stopped for about a loss of 2. Hey there, Barry. You went missing, bud. All right. Second and goal at the 7 yard line. Sorry, the 12. They went backwards. It's Walker again up the middle. Big hole. Gets down to about the 5.5 yard line. Yeah, they're just belt to ass right now to the Niners. Everything the Niners do is just not working, and everything Seattle does is going well. Ooh. Yeah, no worries, man. All right. So we're going to have a third and goal at, I believe, the 6 yard line. Winters, D. Winters is coming off the field to get evaluated. Someone upstairs didn't like a head injury, possibly. All right, out of the shotgun with Walker to his left. At the 6, takes a snap, hands off to Walker, who runs to the right, and he's got blockers, and that's Walker. Touchdown, Seattle. And at this point, I mean, what else is there to say? That's 3 TDs on the day for Walker. 3 of them. Another 6 yard rush. He's got the blockers. Just an easy walk-in touchdown right there. Wow. And the extra point is up, and it is good. And it's just Seattle absolutely ran away with it. Wow. 35 point. Now I think you would just have your backups come in, right? I think it's time to sit starters. 35 point lead in the fourth. You just sit the starters at this point. So what I have to check, honestly, I have to check how Darnold looks today. Darnold is 12 for 17 for 124 and a touchdown. 2 sacks for a loss of 18 and a 110.9 rating. So Darnold looks good. I wanted to look at that because Darnold won a playoff game. Sam Darnold, the man who was just the Jets hated him. He went to what? The Jets. He was on the Niners for a bit. He's just absolutely mistreated quarterback in this league. If the Bears could hold the frickin' Rams to 6 points, that would be insane. Wow. Three touchdowns ties the most touchdowns in a game in postseason history for Seattle with Sean Alexander. All right, and the kick's away. San Francisco takes a knee in the end zone to get it from the 35. That's some really good company to keep. That's incredible. I miss watching Sean play, man. This place is so loud. Hand it to McCaffrey, and McCaffrey gets 8 yards on the carry. This is just awesome. All right, 2nd and 2. Handoff to not McCaffrey. Who is that? James. 1 yard gain. McCaffrey got pulled out. He's hurt. He ran to the side and just, is he coming back in? Does not look like it. 3rd and 1. QB sneak it, and they do get it. I saw the two, all right? I saw the two. McCaffrey's number 23 and James is 29, but I wish I could say the number is why I realized it wasn't McCaffrey, but it was definitely the color of the arm. All right, Purdy rolling to his left, looking to make something happen. He's going to run and dive head first, which is stupid, but he doesn't get hit for about 5 yard gain. All right, 49 at the 49-yard line. And pass to James, they get another first down. See, this is what I don't like. I don't like that the defense is lightening up because, like, if they get a touchdown here, right? And they get, say they get a touchdown and they go for two, and then it's 41 to 14, then it just feels different. Because it's only one touchdown, but it feels like they scored two. I don't know. Maybe it's a selfish thing. All right, Purdy out of the shotgun. He's under pressure. He's rolling left, looking to run, and he gets 2.5 yards out of bounds. Tell you what, this is going to be the blueprint. Watching Seattle is going to be the blueprint for how to stop Brock Purdy. 2nd and 7 from the 40-yard line. James to the left of Purdy out of the shotgun. He's looking to throw. Under pressure, and it's fumbled. And Eamon picks it up. They never touched him. Go! They never touched him. They whistled it, but they never touched him. And it's just, I'm happy. I really am. This is great. It's been so long since we've seen Seattle just blow out a team like this. Blow out a good team. We blew out the Falcons, I think. Or no, we blew out the Saints. We blew out the Saints early this year, right? So that was So let me go Seahawks. I'm pretty sure Seattle, yeah, 44 to 13. Seattle blew out the Saints early this season. So it's been a long time since we blew out a good team. And to blow out a team that won 12 games this season, they won 12 games this season. So you're not going to tell me that a 12 win team lost this game this bad because of injuries. Excuse me. That one hurt. This game is taking so long to complete because Seattle is just turning the ball over and then scoring quickly. And then the Niners are either going three and out, turnover on downs, turnover, and it's just. All right. This is, for the Niners, obviously, this is a very embarrassing loss for them. I mean, there were a lot of people who thought they were going to win. All right. And you have the second team, or you have the second team. Starters are resting. So Drew Lock hands it off to, I think that's, is that, I don't know, Jones? All right, so it's second and 10 at the 41. Lock is under center, hands it off. Jones gets 2.5 yards. Yeah, man, I like if you had asked me to predict the score, I probably would have said like a 24 to 13. Yeah, 24 to 13 or 24 to 17, I think would have been like 24 to 13 I would have felt great. But this is like it's so bad I feel bad. All right, third and 7, hands it off again. It's going to be a loss of 2. So they're going to punt. Yeah, I mean 7.5 minutes left. This is game. I just like I hope that San Francisco doesn't score anything. I don't want any garbage time scores for the Niners. I know that sounds selfish. I know that sounds like, oh, what, 41 to 6 isn't good enough? Like, all right, here's the punt. And on the return, just getting pretty much nowhere. Not good enough. Dude, Seattle's not a team. I mean, I don't think Seattle's ever been a team that just beats down on an opponent. Like, even against the Saints earlier this year, it wasn't exactly like fourth quarter, let's run up the score. Hell, even this game, I mean, this game, I don't even think they scored in the fourth. Oh, we got a touchdown in the fourth, sorry. But it's like, we don't run up scores per se. So, oh, the Niners. Wow, the Niners. Okay, that's the Super Bowl, though. Touche, you got me there. So the Niners have their second team out as well. So this is just second team versus second team now. You got Daniel Jones, incomplete. Tariq Woolen under the cover for the coverage, which is it's wild to say like, oh, the second teams are out there. Um, it's really wild to say, oh, it's the second team when Tariq Woolen is a Pro Bowl cornerback and he's a second team. But all right, you got Daniel Jones out there out of the shotgun, 3rd and 5. Remember, this man went out and won games for the Niners. So he's running. He's looking to get the first down. He lowers his shoulder and gets the first. Hey, I mean, you didn't lose this game, Jones. You're playing for a contract. You're playing for a starting job. By all means, lower your shoulder. Get that first down. All right, 5:40 to go in the fourth. 1st and 10 from their own 31. Jones out of the shotgun. Looking to pass. Over the middle to Brian Robinson Jr. And only a 3-yard gain. Wow. 413 yards Brock Purdy ran today just running around the backfield under pressure. Another throw by Daniel Jones. Knight wrestles him out of bounds for a 1-yard gain. That's insane. 413 yards running in the backfield being under pressure. Holy shit. 4:40 to go. 3rd and 6. Jones out of the shotgun, looking to throw. Drops back. He's throwing a long one. He was throwing to Jennings and just not on the same page there. It's going to be 4th and 6. All right, they're bringing out the punt unit. 4:30 to go in the fourth. Wow. It's 41-6. This is the Niners' first punt of the game. Fair catch called for by Shaheed at the 12. The freaking Seattle Seahawks are going to the NFC Championship game, hosting it. All right, lock under center. I want to see him throw to Bobo. He pitches it outside. Running back got a little bit of room, got 6 yards on the play. Jones Jr. is the RB4, I think. 3, 4. Very possible. I do think the Bears win tomorrow. Depending on how my work day goes tomorrow, I don't know if I'll be able to stream that game, but I'll definitely be messaging you during it. All right, another handoff, gain of maybe 2. No, probably just a gain of 1. It'll be 3rd and 2. I just realized how long my hair actually is. I need to cut this shit. All right, and stopped at the line of scrimmage. It's gonna be another punt. Yeah, we definitely will, man. It depends on how work goes because at this point, there's 2.5 minutes left. They're gonna punt. There's still a 2-minute warning. If I'm sleeping by 11:30, we'll call that lucky. So I'll get 4.5 hours of sleep tonight. Yay. All right, the punt's away. Big punt, caught at the 23, and he's just running backwards and wrestled down at the 20, 21, maybe the 21. All right, 154 to go. This is the 2-minute warning. I saw that. I had mentioned that earlier, so you were on your phone call when I mentioned that. I saw that the Falcons are hiring Kevin Stefanski, and that's wild. Um, we'll see what happens there. I think Kevin could do good there, though. I mean, Bijan, Drake London, pretty good. All right, Jones at the 21, hands it off. Gain of 8, maybe 7. I think he fell and then rolled 7. So 3 takeaways, 3 turnovers on downs, 13 pressures, and 2 sacks for Seattle's defense tonight. 2nd and 3, Jones is under center. It's another handoff for a gain of 2. Oh, I think he lunged at the last second. I think he got the first. That might actually be a first down. No, they're calling it short. 3rd and 1. 60 seconds left. 60 seconds to go. 3rd and 1. Daniel Jones is under center. One man in the backfield. And it's another handoff. Easy first down, gain of 6. Will we see another play? I don't know. Nope, we will not. Teams are on the field. The handshake and a hug and a good talk. Stefanski and McDonald having a good talk in the center. Nice. Or not Stefanski, Shanahan. You got me thinking Stefanski. Shanahan and McDonald having one hell of a conversation at the middle of the field. A handshake, a hug. I like to see that. Competitors, yes, but it is a game. And Seattle will host the NFC Championship game at home after a commanding victory over the Niners, 41-6. So I'm exhausted. It's been a long night. We've been live for 3.5 hours. I will run over the stats very, very quick. And yes, tomorrow's game is going to be brutal. I do want to hear Sam Darnold's post game, and then I'll do the stats real quick. 12 for 17 for 124 and a touchdown. First career postseason win. Oh, hey, look, we have the same amount of postseason wins now. All right. Anyway, Brock Purdy, 15 for 27 for 140 yards and one interception, 2 sacks for a loss 16, 54.6 rating. Mac Jones, 2 for 4, 4 yards, 56.2 rating. 128 yards passing. Sam Darnold, 12 for 17, 124 and a touchdown, 2 sacks for 18. Uh, Rushing, Purdy 5 for 37, McCaffrey 11 for 35, Jordan James 6 for 28, Mac Jones 1 for 7, Brian Robinson Jr. 3 for 4, Juszczyk 1 for -3, a total of 108. Seattle rushing, Kenneth Walker 19 for 116 and 3 touchdowns. Rashid Shaheed 2 for 27, Charbonnet 5 for 20, Value Jones Jr. 6 for 10, Barner 1 for 2, 175 rushing yards as a team. That is true. If you lose tomorrow night, it'll be the same amount of wins. Hey, if you win, hear this. If you win, you'll have one more. Then we beat you in the NFC Championship. Then we're tied. Seattle wins the Super Bowl. We end the season where we have 3, you have 2. All right. San Francisco receiving. Tungus, 5 for 59. 5 on 6 targets for 59 yards. McCaffrey, 5 for 6. 5 of 6 for 39. Jennings, 2 of 5 for 23. Juszczyk, 1 of 1 for 11. Jordan James, 1 of 1 for 7. Robinson Jr., 1 of 1 for 3. Demarcus Robinson, 1 of 1 for 1. Luke Farrell, 1 of 2 for 1. Kendrick Bourne and Ricky Pearsall, 0 of 2 for nothing. As a team, 144. Seattle receiving, Cup 5 of 5 for 60. Walker, 3 of 3 for 29. JSN, 3 of 4 for 19 and a TD. Bobo, 1 of 1 for 16. Rashid Shaheed, 0 of 2 for nothing. And Oots, 0 of 1 for 124 yards as a team. Fumbles, you have 3 fumbles from the Niners, 1 on Tungus, 1 on Purdy, 1 on Juszczyk, and 2 lost. Purdy's and Tungus lost. Eamon and Love got your fumble recoveries, and your interception came from Ernest Jones. There it is. There's the stats on the Seahawks commanding blowout win 41-6 at home over the Niners, who, keep in mind, were a 12-5 team. 7-2 away. So, don't give me the injury. Don't give me the BS of, oh, well, we didn't have this player or that player. Niners, from the bottom of my heart, you're a hell of a team to compete with. You had a damn good season, but that is all. I will see you all maybe tomorrow night. If not tomorrow night, definitely next week. Kodiak is out. I love you all. Thank you so much. Peace.